Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Anand Shiva from Department of Mechanical Engineering in Satya Institute of Technology and Management. Today I am going to explain various types of joints and I'm mostly emphasizes on rivets. Are you ready? Let's get started. Fasteners. A term fastener are also known as a joint. Generally, fasteners or joints are used to make a connection between two machine elements. If you want to join any two machine elements, we require some fastener. So the fasteners are generally classified into two types: permanent fastener and temporary fastener. Permanent fastener. So in permanent fasteners, once the joint is made, you cannot separate without causing any damage to them. So that's why we called permanent fastener. So they are permanent. You cannot separate those elements. Examples for permanent fasteners: welding, riveting, soldering, brazing. These are all some examples for permanent fastening. And coming to temporary fasteners. So the name itself indicates they are temporary. Once the joint is made, you can separate those elements without any damage. So you can see they are separable. Example: bolts and nuts, keys, pin joints, like knuckle joint. Pin joints best example: knuckle joint, pipe joints, and quarter joint, etc. So in temporary fasteners, you can separate the machine elements without any damage. Okay. And one more important thing, permanent fasteners are always leak proof joints. Okay. Leakages are not allowed, not at all allowed. Whereas temporary fasteners, they need not to be a leak proof. Okay. These are very, very important. So this is the reason, so where if you want to use permanent, whether you want to use permanent or temporary fasteners, that means based on your application. Okay, let's discuss about riveting. So, what is meant by riveting or rivets? Generally, rivets are permanent joints. A rivet is a cylindrical bar having a head and a tail portion as its integral part. So, rivet has a rivet has a head end and a tail end. It is a cylindrical bar. So, the rivets are generally manufactured with by following methods. One is cold heating and for hot forging. These are most popular methods to fabricate or to manufacture rivets. And some in order to manufacture these rivets, we generally use ductile, more ductile and tougher metals, tougher materials. The basic requirement for manufacture any rivet is the material should have high ductility and it should have high toughness. So general materials are steel, brass, aluminum, and copper. So again, rivets. Again, the rivets. Coming to that failures. Rivets generally failed due to three phenomena. One is tearing failure, and the second one shearing failure, and final one crushing failure. So tearing failure, shearing failure, crushing failure. Let's see one by one how these failures occurs. What are the reason behind these failures? Okay. Tearing failure. So tearing failure, generally tearing failure is occurred when that rivet hole is very nearer to the edge of the plate. If a rivet hole, here you can see in the schematic diagram, if this rivet hole is very nearer to the edge of the hole, this type of failure occur. It means that the tearing of plate takes place. So here there is, you can see the material is removed. The zigzag portion, you can see this material is teared off. Why the tear off that material? The tear off of that material is due to the rivet hole is much nearer to the edge of the plate. Because whenever the general rivets are subjected to tensile stresses, when the rivet hole is nearer to the edge of the plate, if the rivet is subjected to tensile stress, that material will fail, that plate is tear off because of this tensile stress. That's why the rivet hole should be placed at certain distance. That distance is known as margin. You can see that figure. Small m is called as marginal distance. The small m is equal to 1.5 d. So D is the 1.5 D, where D is the diameter of the rivet hole. So if the margin, if you so in order to avoid such a type of failure, you should maintain rivet at margin at certain margin. The margin, what is meant by margin? Margin is the distance from center of the rivet to the nearest edge of the plate. So that is, it is indicated with m. M is equal to 1.5. So you can avoid by maintaining that particular margin m is equal to 1.5. Okay, let's go for another shear failure. Okay, shear failure. So this is most common in rivets. So this shear failure is due to those tensile stresses. So whenever the suppose the plates which are connected by the rivets exerts a tensile stress on the rivets. Okay, so these, due to this tensile stress, if the rivets are unable to resist the stress, they are simply shear off. They simply sheared off. You can see in the figure, you can see the schematic diagram. They shear off a rivet in a lap joint. So generally rivets are two types, the lap joint and butt joint. That means lap joint, rivets with lap joint and rivets with butt joint. Shear of rivet in lap joint and shear of rivet in single cover butt joint. So these are failure modes in different types of alignment. So the shear failure is due to that rivets, that joint is unable to resist this tensile stress. Let's see final one, crushing failure. Coming to crushing failure, so this crushing failure sometimes due to tensile stress, the rivets generally not shear off, just sheared off under tensile stress, but they are crushed. Instead of shearing, every time they may not shear off. Sometimes what happened, they simply crushed. So what is meant by crushed in the sense, the rivet hole, you can see the schematic diagram. Whenever the joint subjected to some tensile stress, the hole becomes oval shapes, circular to oval shape. They convert it into some oval shape. That oval shape will provide looseness to the joint. So then joint becomes loose. Once the hole is deformed into oval shape, the joint becomes loose. So this type of failure is known as crushing failure. Okay, fine. Okay, finally let's see some applications. Okay, very important applications. First one, not boiling. Sorry, here one correction. Not soiling. It's a boiling. So rivets are used in boiling shells. Generally, the very most popular application. There are a wide range of applications for rivets. I just list out some applications. Let's see, boiling shells. So generally, boiling shells use permanent riveting. So not permanent, sorry, permanent fasteners. Boiling shells must use permanent fasteners. Why? Because we should not allow any leakages from the boiler. It's very hazardous. So that's why rivet shells are generally rivets are the boiling shells. Generally, the boiling in boilers, rivets are used. Why? Because rivets are leak-proof joints. Rivets are leak-proof joints. Because, as I said earlier, permanent joints are always leak-proof. Temporary joints need not be a leak-proof joints. Okay, so that's why boiling shells are always used, rivet joints, and they are also provide more strength. Okay, like shipbuilding bridges, the pressure vessels also use rivets. Okay, they're all the pressure vessels. They are all pressure vessels also require some leak-proof joints, and ship hull, machinery, tanks, airplanes. So these are some applications of rivets. So this is all about rivets. Okay, thank you. I will see you with a new topic later on. Thank you.